Our updated national determined contribution includes the waste sector, which is expected to contribute to the reduction of Nigeria's greenhouse gas emissions. This development raised an additional 2% to the national determined contribution from 45% to 47% conditionally and 20% unconditionally below business as usual. Other action plans that are inherited in our national determined contribution include A. Elimination of kerosene lighting by 2030. B. Increase in the use of bus rapid transit as a means of transportation for the general public. C. A 50% reduction in the fraction of crop residues burnt by 2030. D. Implementation of forest programs. E. Initiative to deliver 20% greenhouse gas emission reductions and enhanced removals equivalent to approximately 74.2 metric tons of carbon dioxide by 2030. And F. Ratification of the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol to phase out hydrofluorocarbon emissions. Furthermore, Nigeria is developing national frameworks for Article 6 and for carbon pricing. We have finalized the sectoral action plan for the implementation of the revised national determined contribution in the key priority sectors, namely energy, oil and gas, agriculture and land use, power, transport, water, and waste. Your Excellencies, let me now address the issue at hand regarding the endorsement of the Global Methane Pledge. Publication of methane regulations for the oil and gas sector by COP27 and inclusion in other joint initiatives to accelerate the deployment of zero-emission vehicles, demonstration of high-priority clean energy technologies, and decarbonization of clean-based shipping. Nigeria joined the Global Methane Alliance in 2019 with commitment to methane reduction targets of at least 45% by 2025 and a 60 to 70% reduction by 2030. Nigeria's 2019 national plan to reduce has started through the required voluntary actions with an initial focus on elimination of short-lived pollutants, methane in oil and the gas sector. Our plan aims to improve air quality and reduce Nigeria's contribution to climate change through 22 specific mitigation measures in 8 source sectors: transportation, cooking and lighting in household, industry, waste, oil and gas, agriculture, power and hydrofluorocarbon, as well as adoption and the ratification of the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol aimed at phasing out hydrofluorocarbon emissions. The full implementation of these measures would be effective in reducing short-lived pollutants with an 83% reduction in black carbon emission by 2030, compared to a business-as-usual scenario, and 61% reduction in methane emissions. These measures are also effective in reducing other air pollutants such as nitrogen oxides and particulate matter, and also reduce carbon dioxide emissions. This means that the implementation of these measures could reduce exposure to air pollution across Nigeria by 20% in 2030, while reducing Nigeria's contribution to climate change. Our administration approved Nigeria's Sustainable Energy for All Action Agenda in 2016, which is a target of almost tripling generation capacity in next decade to reach a total of 30 gigawatt by 2030. Of this, 30% will be generated from renewable resources, with almost half of this provided by medium and large hydro. The Clean Energy Transport Scheme in major Nigerian cities involves the introduction of compressed natural gas for buses in public transportation. Nigeria is aware that its heavy dependence on fossil fuel makes the country especially vulnerable in a world that has targeted to reduce or even eliminate fossil fuel as a key driver of the global economy. Nigeria is also aware that short-term response to transition from fossil fuel to clean energy may jeopardize our economic growth. As a result, we intend to use the long-term low-emission development strategy as our transmission process. The long-term low-emissions development strategy provides Nigeria the pathway to carefully assess the opportunities that might arise in terms of a cleaner, more dynamic, and more sustainable growth model. It will also provide the option for the country to implement a less carbon-intensive model of economic development in the face of decreasing global reliance on fossil fuel energy. I thank you all.